Bubblegum Deathwish skin bundle releases later this week, but should you buy it? The collection is expected to cost 8,700 Valorant points, containing a Sheriff, Stinger, Operator, Phantom, and this pretty crazy chainsaw as a melee. Now the theme here, while definitely not for everyone, is pretty unique in terms of Valorant skins. Like maybe you could say it's similar to Wasteland with the Junkyard vibes, but that's not even a premium tier bundle. The overall design of these skins is pretty good. You can see some of the parts moving around to facilitate all the gas, and the gas itself will sometimes rise and fall with certain animations, but I don't know which dev thought they were slick adding cat ears for the ADS on these skins. Probably the most divisive aspect of these skins though is going to be the audio, so take a listen to how that all comes together here. So this bundle is pretty loud. That kill audio has a lot of kick to it, and the ace especially feels really punky. I do love the little musical piece that plays at the end of it as well. Then I'm undecided on the shooting audio though. At least for the Phantom, I neither love it or hate it. Then for the animations on the Phantom, it's essentially just all the default ones, but you have some emojis popping up. They don't do enough to win me over, and honestly the lack of animations feels a little underwhelming. The Sheriff is worth focusing on because it does reuse the reload, equip, and even just the way you hold the Arcane Sheriff. For the reload, I can sort of see the vision of how it works, like you're reloading this little gas canister that powers the weapon, but I'm sure most people will just say that reusing all these assets is lazy. Personally, I don't mind. Regardless of how it looks though, I would say the Sheriff is the best sounding skin in this collection. Then the Stinger isn't doing anything too crazy for me, and personally I don't think I'd see myself using it over say the Overdrive Stinger, at least that's my first impression. And then for the Operator, since it is a much bigger weapon, that's where you can really see the theme shine here, with all of that toxic gas filling up and leaving the weapon on the equip and the reload. That brings us to the knife, which really leans into the whole chainsaw thing with the sound design, so have a listen to that. The inspect is probably my favorite part about this knife. Your agent throwing up the little heart is cute, while the swing on the knife is really aggressive, and yeah, the sound of that chainsaw revving is really unique compared to the other skins we have in Valorant. I almost wish though it had like an ambient looping noise, as if the chainsaw was just left running while you're holding the knife, because right now it sort of just all fades away after you're done equipping and inspecting it, but maybe that would put you at too much of a disadvantage if it was just constantly making noise. For the variants, I'm not loving most of them to be honest. The blue and even the purple are a little lost on me, even though I'm normally a fan of purple skins. I will say though, I like the last variant where it's mostly green. That'll probably go pretty nicely on Viper. It's also worth pointing out that each variant has a unique kill banner, so there's just a small difference between variants that we don't usually get. Then the finisher isn't anything crazy. The biohazard symbol appearing is a nice touch, but otherwise it's really just a big puff of smoke. Yeah, the acid rain is decent too, but overall we've definitely seen better finishes. This bundle does come with a flex, which you can see in some of the previews, so I guess that adds a little bit to the value here if the flexes are your thing, and this one is sort of cute with the different emoticons. Also, while I'm thinking of it, the gun buddy here is going to be interactive as it spins around faster when you shoot your gun. Ultimately, for the Bubblegum Deathwish bundle, I'd say it's a fairly safe skip. I don't think these skins are going to be massively popular, but it definitely will have its niche within the community. Like I said earlier, I think the knife is a standout if you can look past how loud it is, and if that doesn't bother you, there really is nothing else like it. But yeah, unless you love the theme or you're a Viper player, you're better off saving your money in this case. Keep in mind sometime in September we should see the Champions 2025 bundle, so with that on the horizon, I don't think now is the time to be buying skins that you're only on the fence about. That is all just my opinion though, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this skin bundle, so let me know in the comments.